Hey guys, IMX is up 300% since the beginning of the year due to investor unlocks. Coin Bureau, a well-known crypto influencer with more than 2 million subscribers, broke down the report on unlocks and their impact on the price. I am going to highlight the most important points and tell how unlocks will help you find the coins before the pump, which tokens will repeat the success of Solana next year, and how to earn more than 10 times on it. Let's get started now! Project tokenomics is the key to finding out where to buy and where to sell an asset. Anyone who has analyzed project unlocks has been able to multiply capital by 100 times on pumping Solana, Flow, and other projects. Coin Bureau broke down the token unlock report and showed in detail how to predict and advance the growth or decline of the project, and what to pay attention to. I am going to highlight the main ones and show 3 altcoins which can repeat the success of Solana in 2023. Crypto is different from stocks in that it is important to look not only at the charts, but also at how many coins are in the market and who has those tokens. As Coin Bureau mentioned, token unlocks show who get the coins and when they can be sold. When funds invest in projects, they don't get tokens right away so as to not dump the price. Once the tokens are on the market, mostly funds wait another 1 to 3 years until they are able to sell them. You can keep an eye on token unlocks or drop stab. If there isn't a particular coin there, you can read the white paper. It is the distribution of tokens that determines the success of the project. Coin Bureau pointed out that most of the projects with the highest market capitalization, that is, which showed the highest number of profit, are projects where most of the coins are allocated to the team and investors. It turns out that the investors and the team are interested in the growth of the project, and that's why they pump the price. A lot depends on the investors and the project themselves. But, for example, in Solana, only 3% of tokens were allocated for public sales. The rest was taken by investors and the team. As a result, the funds pumped Solana 200 times over in order to sell it at a higher price later. Coin Bureau also highlighted another detail that influenced the asset's growth: the deflationary economy. Updates to BTC, ETH, and ATOM tokens made these tokens more deflationary through burning or limited issuance, and thus increased the value of each coin. The Ethereum network has burned 67,000 ETH worth $120 million since it began its transition to POS. To give you an idea on how important it is to keep an eye on the unlocks, here are a few examples. The IMX token started plummeting faster than the rest of the market in November, exactly when the investor unlocks started. A similar situation happened with DYDX token. The asset almost doubled during unlocks, which then were postponed for another year. In the next part of the video, I am going to analyze 3 assets that can skyrocket exactly due to unlocks and pumping by investors. In the meantime, let's pump the CoinPost channel together to reach the first 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe right now! As Coin Bureau pointed out, the price of tokens would usually fall 15% a month before the unlocks, but some projects with large vesting, such as IMX or Sandbox, showed growth already after investors got their coins. The first project that has every chance of repeating Solana's success is Aptos. The asset has surged 4 times since the beginning of the year. But that's not the limit. For one thing, most of the tokens are now in the hands of whales. They can send Aptos up to $50 without much expense. Second, investor unlocks are going to start this November. I'm expecting a pump up to $50 to $100 in November to December of this year. Investors were buying APT at $1.10, assuming investors got 324 million APT for $350 million. But we don't know how much Binance invested, so the price is definitely higher. But even if investors were buying at $1.50, they now have a return of less than 800%, which is very low for a project like this. On Flow or Avalanche, investors have got 100 to 300 X's, which is what I expect from Aptos as well. Besides, Aptos plans to reduce the commission fees by 100 times and increase them throughout the rest of the blockchain. My friends from Aptos Foundation confirm that the team is preparing some interesting announcements next month. So I have no doubt about the growth of this asset. And so should you, since I'm not giving you any financial advice or urging you to buy coins. And we're moving on to the next most interesting asset. The Arbitrum token, which I recently made a video about, started trading on Thursday, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. Arbitrum is a cheaper and faster version of Ethereum with a very powerful ecosystem. I'm betting 70% that ARB will be in the top 15 cryptocurrencies by market cap within a year. ARB is now trading at $1.50, as I suggested in the last video. Even the $1 billion airdrop failed to set the ARB price below the dollar. That suggests strong support from big players and a possible plunge to $8 in the future. Don't forget that Arbitrum is more fundamental than many of the top 10 projects and is backed by Vitalik Buterin himself. Like Aptos, Arbitrum has investors who, by my calculations, bought the token at 7 cents to 10 cents, so the fund's profits are only 15 to 20 times the amount invested, which is not much if we compare it to Polygon. The closest fund unlocks will begin as early as March 2024. By that time, the big players will buy most of the coins out of the market to make it easier for them to pump the rate. Moreover, Bitcoin halving will take place in the spring of 2024. Historically, it is a strong bull event that all markets will respond to with a rise. I hope Arbitrum will make its holders happy. And we are moving on to another equally interesting project. The team of decentralized exchange DYDX postponed the unlocks of investors and employees to December 1, 2023. Because of this, the token surged 200% as investors stopped fearing that the rate would fall from investor sales. The next big unlocks will happen at the end of the year, at which time I expect a significant pump. DYDX is a fairly fundamental project with a capitalization of only $380 million. For comparison, its competitor GMX has a capitalization 2 times higher. All top funds on the crypto market invested in the project. Therefore, I do not exclude the growth of DYDX by 10 times by the end of this year. But there is one detail. When the unlocks start, coins will circulate and thereby increase the capitalization of DYDX. Because of this, the asset will become heavy for the pump and won't be able to make big X's. Guys, together with Coin Bureau, we explain to you how unlocks work in crypto, why it's important to predict the price, and how to earn on it. Use this tool to find promising projects. Explore the assets I told you about today in more detail. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.